Okay, so it says here that they know that you are aware and the government, the feds, is involved with this situation. Spiritual court is now in session. Okay, so let me ask really quick to see the feds being involved. I want to see if the feds are involved and they know what the karmics are doing to the collective. Okay, that was a question that somebody sent me. Shout out to you, girl. That was a personal reading I did for her, but I want to see what comes out now for the collective as a whole. Okay, for her, yes, we got yes, that the feds is definitely watching what's going on. Like, they are aware. So let's see what we get as a whole. Holy Spirit, do they know what the karmics are doing to the collective? Okay, so we have here the Six of Wands in the reverse. This is something that they're trying to keep hidden, all right? Because in the upright, this is public recognition. See that? And then we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is illegal shit, all right? Something that is foolish, as you can see here, unconventional, going against the grain, all right? It's not in the upright where this is, you know, society, institutions, you know, like you're doing things the right way. So I'm getting that, yes, they are aware of these things that they're doing that is against the law, that they want to keep hidden. Okay. So now, bottom of the deck, reckless activities. And with this Tower here in the reverse, they are also aware, you know, that these people are trying to get away with this as well. Because the tower is sudden upheaval, chaos, sudden change, disaster, you know. So they're trying to avoid that. So the feds know. So, you know, that lets us know that, again, as a collective, we are all on the same page. It's just different timing for everybody. You know, everybody's on different timelines. But right now, whoever's watching, just know that the feds know what's going on. Okay, they are aware of what they are doing, and they are aware that they're trying to get away with it as well. Okay, so they're watching them. So somebody wanted to know that. That's confirmation. This is reckless behavior. So they know that these people are doing all this reckless behavior, which is, again, the Hierophant reverse. You know, things that are illegal, things that are against the law. You know, untraditional, unconventional. That. Okay. So now, would they know that you are aware? Let's see what's this about, because this could be them, that they know that you know what's going on, or this could be the feds right now. All right, let's see. They know that you are aware. This could be the karmics, you know, like they know that you know what's going on. Clarify, Holy Spirit. They know that you are aware. Okay. Let's see what we got. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. This is clarity right here. Confirmation. You see that? Look how it says epiphany, clarity. All right? Like, you are aware, okay? You are aware of the truth. You are focused, all right? Right here, confirmation. All right? So, look, you cannot make this up. Of this injustice. Yes, you are aware of this injustice, and the feds is aware too. Everybody knows, okay? So, look, Two of Pentacles. We got the Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands. And again, you are aware. Okay, so you are aware of what they did when they was going. Look how we got Pentacles energy here. They was going through some type of imbalance. You see how it says here juggling. They was juggling, you know, their money, trying to find balance financially. And they needed something. They needed, look how it says here, inheritance. Can you see that? Inheritance, prosperity, abundance, right? So they took action. And now there's no more illusions with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. In the upright, this was illusions. You didn't know that they was doing this. And what they was doing was the Seven of Swords. Look at it right here. Theft. dishonesty, getting away with something, acting strategically, trickery, and fraud. Okay? That's exactly what's going on here. These people, and look, they're trying to get away with it. That's what I was saying. They're trying to get away with it. And the feds know that they're trying to get away with it. All right? So basically, everybody knows what's going on. Okay? The collective knows what's going on. The karmics know that the collective knows what's going on. And the feds know what's going on. Okay? All right. Let's move on. Everybody's on the same page about this injustice, all right, about what's going on here with this theft, about this inheritance, this money that was supposed to go to you, that your loved one left to you. Everybody knows about this. And look, this is what's going to happen now. Somebody's house is going to get raided. All right. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Since everybody's aware, everybody's on the same page. You know, clearly they don't know that the feds is involved. They know that you know. They're probably getting readings. I know they're hearing. If you are giving a testimony, if you are talking about what's going on online, if you have a platform, you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, you're talking about what's going on. You could be a reader like me, and you are giving out, this clarity to the collective. They are also watching, so that's how they know that you're aware, okay? Or they know that you're watching readings, because they be hacking into your phone and they see that you're watching readings, like they did to a client of mine. Shout out to you, girl. All right, like they know what you're doing. They know that you're watching readings. They're paying readers off, like I mentioned the other day. They are very much aware that and they're trying really hard to get you out of the know. They want you to be lost in the sauce, blinded to the truth, so they could be able to get away with this, and they're not, okay? The eyes that they need to worry about right now is the feds, okay? This is bigger than you. And look, the whole group is under judgment, absolutely. And somebody that's born in the 60s, or they are now in their 60s, is significant, all right? This could be you or one of them, all right? So they're about to get raided. The whole group is going to be going down. We picked up on this yesterday about the group going down. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. We keep picking up on this too, about them paying with their life. But we keep on picking up with them paying with their life in the sense that they're going to prison. Let's see what we get with this pay with their life, because I didn't clarify this yesterday. Clarify, Holy Spirit, how they going to pay with their life, like their freedom. But is somebody going to pass away? Let's see. I don't know. They have been doing voodoo, so whoever was playing with that voodoo, they better be ready for the backfire. Okay, this is how they're gonna pay with that card right here. We have justice in the reverse. Somebody's going to prison. All right, we got a King of Cups coming out in the reverse. This is a karmic masculine here. See how it says here? They're very it says here emotionally immature. They are manipulative. This person could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces energy. Two of wands in the reverse. Whatever they was planning to do, if somebody was planning to go on the run, we picked up on that yesterday. See that? Adventure awaits. The Two of Wands is planning something, and then the initiative. Look how it says here, explore. Like, taking, travel info, taking the initiative and taking action to go on a trip, to run. They're not going to be able to run with that card in the reverse. They're not going to get their wishes granted, okay? They are going to prison. Look at it again. Look, the Two of Wands again in another deck. Two of Wands is the same one as this one, because I got the cards all mixed together. See? Two different decks. Two of Wands is coming on the reverse. Right here. They had a plan. Progress. Making a decision. Look, leaving home. Travel plans. Somebody thought that they was going to be able to do this. They're not going to be able to do this. They're going to prison. All right? They are going to be guilty. Guilty. And then we have here punishment. They are going to be going to prison for that. And with this card... Also, which one right here? This, yeah, look, they're going to be feeling stuck, and they're not going to be financially stable, obviously, because they're going to be in prison, okay? Like, this is them in isolation, as you can see here, poverty, fear, okay? And then right here, just feeling stuck, bored, okay? Because they're going to be behind a cell, all right? So, in a prison cell. That's how they're going to pay with their life, okay? We didn't pick up on no death right now. We're just picking up on this. Like, this is how they're going to pay by losing their freedom. That's what I was getting yesterday. Like, they're going to lose their freedom. All right. Let's see what else. What else, Holy Spirit? Look, passport. I'm telling you, somebody was planning to go on the run. They was going to travel. They planned this whole shit out, and it's over for that. Oh, we got here a Chester. Look what it says here. A Chester is significant. So somebody is going to get caught up for that. Okay, that could be one of the charges. Maybe they found something in their phone, some type of, you know, something. Look, another charge, straw purchase. Somebody bought a gun for someone who cannot legally have one, someone who's a felon. So they're going to be going to federal prison. Then they're going to be put on a monitor. And then they're going to be on probation for a while. All right. I wrote this down when I saw a video on YouTube that popped up of a girl that she said that she did this for a guy that she was dating. And she barely knew the guy. She got a gun for him. And, you know, I didn't know that, you know, you could go to prison for a while. She was there for a couple months. And then after that, she had to be in her house with a monitor on. And she had to be going in and out to probation. So she wasn't really fully free. Okay. But she was, you know, she was only in prison for a couple months. So that's what's going to happen to one of these people that's involved here. Look at that. Snitching for a deal. So that, oh my God. That's going to be what's going to happen here. Like somebody's going to snitch on each other. We saw yesterday they're going to start snitching on each other. Somebody's going to start talking because they don't want to do that much time in prison. So that's what I'm saying. Like they're going to just be going to prison for a couple months. Maybe, you know, a year or two or something. And then they're going to be on a monitor instead of being, you know, in prison for a long time. So that's how they're going to get that done, because they're going to snitch on their friends. Okay. Because again, we have it right here that they are all under judgment and losing their freedom. Okay. Someone that is addicted to prescription drugs is significant. Someone who's in the military is significant. This could be you or these people. A corrupt lawyer will lose their license. Okay. So somebody who's a corrupt lawyer, they're involved in this. They're gonna lose their license. They're gonna be disbarred. A project manager is involved. This could be you or somebody else. The letter O, somebody's first name, middle name, last name has a O in it, and they was doctoring your photo. They was using AI, Photoshop, all right, to do some type of manipulation. All right. Let's see what else. You know, maybe they was. We saw yesterday impersonating you. That came out. Impersonating you. Social media came out. All right. We have here that they took what was left for you. Somebody is a foreman at their job, or just some type of, like we have here, like a manager, some type of authority figure. They took what was left for you. Okay. So they took what was left for you. Inheritance, a trust, something that was left on the will. They're going to be going to prison. More confirmation. We have 20 years to life, because there's a lot of different charges here. And that's why we have here that they know that you're aware of this. Okay. Because this is something that has to do with your family. Maybe, you know, maybe you heard, maybe your loved one left you something. Like they told you that they was going to leave you something, you know. They know that you know. All right. Somebody that drives a truck is significant. This could be you or them. This could be for work, or this is personal, like a personal truck. Tell me more. Yeah, like I just said a trust. Let's see if it comes out. It says here, facts is not defamation. All right. They could be trying to say that you are doing defamation of character. And you're not defaming anybody's character. You're speaking the truth. Again, there's something about what you're saying. You're saying something. You're posting something. You're writing something. And it's for the public. And they don't like that. So they're going to try to shut you up by saying that you are defaming them. But they're realizing, like they could be getting advice from a lawyer or something, and the lawyer is telling them, listen, if they're saying facts, that's not really defamation, and this is going to go into some type of discovery, and they're going to start digging, and if they find out that what they're saying is facts and not defamation, this is going to open up another can of worms for you. Do you really want to go this route? All right, that's what I'm getting here. Do you really want to go this route? Because this is facts. All right, this is not defamation. There might be something behind what they're saying. Do you really want to go this route? Do you really want to go the discovery route? Look, we have group chat evidence. You see what I'm saying? There's some type of evidence that maybe you have this evidence, or it could be easily found if this was to go into some type of investigation. So somebody was thinking about like trying to hit you with a cease and desist for you to stop talking, stop posting, stop talking about what they're doing, that, you know, is defamation of character, to try to scare you, basically, to bully you, but they're not going to do it. All right, that's what I'm getting. They're not going to take action with that. Look, you cannot make this up. I just said a trust. We got a trust fund. Look at that. A trust fund. It says here, a hitman was hired, and we have witness protection program. So they hired a hitman because of what they took right here that was left for you in this trust fund. This trust fund that was left to you. And with witness protection program, if you're not in the witness protection program, you are just being watched. All right? Like, the feds are already watching you. They are aware of what's going on. So that's how they're protecting you. We have here a wire fraud charge. So this wire fraud charge, they're moving that money around that they took from you, whatever was left to you that they took. That's what they're doing. We have here a male neighbor of yours is significant. Tell me more. An animal sacrifice to beat the case was done. I'm telling you, these people was doing voodoo. All right. So they made a sacrifice with an animal here to try to beat this case, to try to get away with what they have done. And it's not happening. Yeah, look, you cannot make this up. It is not happening. They are facing judgment in the court of law. So look, the bail denied. Somebody's going to stay in prison when they get locked up. And it says a neighbor is working with the feds now and they're watching you. And it says here a male neighbor. So look, your neighbor is working with the feds. Let me clarify that. Holy Spirit, is this neighbor... This male neighbor, is this male neighbor collaborating with the feds? Or are they a karmic? Show me if they are a karmic. Or if they are working with the feds. The Chariot. We have the Strength card in the reverse. So it says vulnerable, self-doubt, inadequacy. You know, like maybe this person is not enough to work alone, but we have the Chariot. The Chariot is, you know, it could be the feds, it could be the police. It is forward movement. You see that? This person, maybe they are a Leo, because this is a Leo card as well. All right, but I'm getting, yes, this neighbor of yours, they are working with the feds. And they are watching you. Can we know why they're watching the collective? Like, are they just, you know, protective? Is it like protecting, looking over the collective? Or are they trying to see what the other ones is trying to do? So look, the Two of Swords, look at that. In the upright, look at that. It's somebody with a blindfold. You see that? Like they don't see. There's obstacles. There was obstacles in the way. Unclear path. You see that? So in the reverse, the blindfold is off. So that's again them seeing you. So that's an obstacle. It says a clear warning. Going within, considering options, decisions, stop, attention, red flags. I feel like they're protecting you. They're watching you. You know, it's a clear warning to these people. Like if they try to bust a move, they would show, you know, somebody will pop something, pop a move or something. Look, we got here, reassess, making a judgment. I mean, a judgment. Look at that. Adjustments. But yeah, confirmation, making a judgment. I feel like they're watching you. They're making a judgment of how you truly are, what kind of person you are, how you move, how you just minding your business, you know, how you are not a part of none of this shit. All right. So I'm getting that this is like a protection. They're watching you, protecting you. All right. With obstacles, it could have been an obstacle for them to really get a hold of you, to see you, maybe because you don't go nowhere or something. And they just need someone close to you to be able to see you in and out, you know, throwing away the garbage, checking the mail, whatever it is that you do, you know. So that's what they're doing. They're keeping tabs on you in a good way. All right. This male neighbor, it says they are now working with the feds. So it could be someone that just moved in recently, or it could be someone that, you know, they wasn't a part of this at first, but they got approached somehow. All right. They could be part of the military. We got a military person here, you know, so that could be how they know the feds. I don't know. They got somebody now working with the feds that is keeping tabs on you. Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's see. Somebody committed fraud. They failed the lie detector test. They did this for a payout. Okay. So they did everything that they did is for a payout. They're facing judgment now in the court of law. They're going to confess. So again, we see here snitching for a deal. Arson. So someone was trying to burn some type of evidence. And we have here a settlement offer. You're going to accept this offer, or are you going to fight it? All right. So you need to talk to your lawyer when this appears, and they will be giving you the best advice. All right. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Look, pretending like they don't know, but they know. Right here, they know you aware. Okay, they're pretending like they don't know, but they know. An older male that's involved in this. And look, trying to be strategic, pretending like they don't know, but they know. Let's see why they're trying to be strategic. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to approach the collective? Because it says here they're trying to act like they don't know, but they know. It says here, transformation, beginnings, big changes are coming. Big changes are coming. Okay. So look, the Page of Coins, I feel like this person is like this, planning this. They're trying to think about, again, being strategic, you know, trying to come up with a plan here. Okay. So clarify this energy. It says solar eclipse, changes are coming. It says transformation, beginnings. I feel like, you know, maybe they want to end something. We'll be picking up on that energy about somebody wanting to send somebody towards you for you to not press charges. Clarify that card, Holy Spirit. Okay. Yeah, look, again, something about change. And look, the Hierophant in the reverse. This is the stuff that they be doing that's illegal. All right. The unorthodox and all that other shit, unconventional that came out, is coming out again. Unconventional life choices. They don't want to go. They don't want to experience, look, change that is going to happen in a few months. They know that this change that's going to come in a few months is going to be long term for them. Okay. In the fall, they know that some type of change is going to be coming for what they did. We already have here 20 years to life. And it says here, judgment. All right. So they know that judgment, right here, judgment is happening. And with the Six of Wands in the reverse, they know that this judgment is not going to go in their favor. You see how it says failure here? Okay. So this is why they are being strategic. Them trying to come up with a plan. It's just giving the same thing that came out before. They want somebody to come to you and bribe you and tell you, and they trying to bribe you with the money that they stole from you. And trying to tell you, you know, with this settlement, you know, let's settle this. Don't go to court. I'm going to give you this money. Please don't press charges, whatever. But what I was saying before, this is bigger than you. I feel like this is now the feds. The government is involved. Like, this is bigger than you. It don't matter what you say. They are going to prison for this. Maybe they're going to go to prison for more charges now because you're going to press charges. But overall, they're going to prison. That's their fate. All right. And we saw yesterday, you know, to die in prison. You know what I'm saying? That they're going to die there because they're already old. All right. So that's confirmation for somebody. But this is bigger than you. All right. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to figure out how to be strategic and send somebody towards you. But look, we already have witness protection program. Somebody, not everybody, somebody in particular, they have protection. They have some type of neighbor, someone's watching them. Even if it's not a neighbor, it could just be people in the neighborhood. You know, if it's not a neighbor directly across the street or the neighbor next door, it's someone in your neighborhood, you know, something like that where they are close, because we saw the obstacle card coming out. So they don't want it to be an obstacle anymore. They don't want it to be you know, hard to reach you or hard to be around you if they have to take action, because they know that right now you are like a target. We picked up on this yesterday, that these people are not playing. Like, you know, we're good, we're protected, so we're not really, you know, at least that's how I was picking up the energy. Like, you know, like, we're not really thinking how desperate these people are. You know, like, the cards don't show how desperate they are. They show that they are desperate, but they don't show how desperate they are right now, how scared they truly are, and how they are willing to do anything to not go to prison. You know, like, they are at that level of desperation that they would do whatever. Even if they have to unalive the collective, they will try to do that. We already see that they hired a hitman. So they are really, like, they are not playing. All right. These people are really scared. So the feds, they know this. They know what, you know, what level people will go to. So that's why we have that there is someone assigned to watching you. Even if you don't go nowhere, they're watching you. They're keeping tabs on you. Okay. So somebody needed to know that. So let me go ahead now and pull some names and we could close this out. All right. If you see your name here, this is giving you confirmation. There's a message here for you. If you see the karmic's name, there's your confirmation they're involved. If you don't see any name, that's okay. This is just another layer of confirmation for somebody. You take what resonates from this message and you leave what does not. All right, let's go. Let me start with this one. This one is a lot. All right. Ria, Olga, Luisa, Medina, Ruiz, Perez, Eric, Gonzalez, Larry, Miles, Gianni, Jeffrey, Brown, Primo, Dodge, Evans, Aguirre, Sosa, Sanchez, Figueroa, Cristina, Salcedo, Julie, Kenny, Jewel, Dustin, Cindy, Janie, Merritt, Santiago, Eve, Sean, Olivia, Jocelyn, Brenda, Miranda, Lee, Maritza, Ace, Gordon, Guzman, Adrian, Tim, Luna, Hernandez, Rich, Bell, Norman, Misty, Adkins, Richards, Tito, Destiny, Kenya, Sarah, Taylor, Stephen, and Ford. Scarlett, Curvy, Ahmet, Betancourt, Shaney, Samira, Shelby, Piazza, Jaden, Adrian, Gonzalez, Thomas, Liz, Duran, Sita, Bree, Alicia, Raven, Milan, Aaron, Riley, Erin, Mariam, Jansen, Fernanda. I got stuck there. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows Erin. Oh my God. Brittany, Donnie, Shar, Xavier, Anthony, Millsboro. Somebody told me to write Juju, so shout out to you, Juju. Okay, White, Dawn, Jack, Damien, Tiffany, Maria. Oh, Maria. The other day I told you Maria kept popping up out of nowhere. I just kept seeing the name everywhere. Sherry and Hunter. La Antigua, Sarita or Sarah, AJ, Faye, Nancy, Rafael, Rojas, Davis, Cynthia, Roxanne, Mello, Antonio, Man, Estelle, Jade, Milagros, Charlotte, Tyrese, Jones, Logan, Steele, Leonard, and Morrison. All right, y'all. That's what I got. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Spiritual Court is now adjourned. Peace.